started doing just different things around the way just to make some money. And so I've always had that spirit in me. I've never really saw myself as an employee. And so that's just.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have a special guest joining us from Atlanta, Georgia. Jillian, can you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jillian Anderson. I'm the founder of HerRide. HerRide is a female-friendly rideshare app based out of Atlanta, Georgia. So we have all women drivers on our platform.
Wow. So, Jillian, how you came up with this idea?
So I came up with this idea by actually being a rideshare driver myself. I moved to Atlanta in 2017, and I started driving Uber and Lyft primarily at night because it worked out best with my schedule. I went to college for computer science, so that's what I majored in, and that's what I got my degree in. But I
Wow,
also
you're a software developer.
yeah, I
Oh
am.
my God, you're brilliant. Okay, go
Thank
ahead.
you. I also played sports while I was in college, so I actually was pursuing a professional sports career. That's the reason why I moved to Atlanta. I was trying to get some more opportunities, get some more looks, and that's why I started driving rideshare,
Which
started doing
sports?
work. I actually played 3 different sports in college. I did basketball, volleyball, and track, and I was on scholarship for all of them.
Wow, amazing. Okay, so let's connect about because you have two skills, okay? Because with the software development is not enough. However, if you have like Uber, for example, they mix taxi with technology. You have Airbnb that they mix hotels with technology, right?
Yep.
Now you can have something really, really powerful. And I think when you was riding those bikes, doing this delivery for Uber, something hit your idea that, oh, I can do this. Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I was actually listening to a podcast and they had the founders of Lyft on there, and I was like, it's only 2 people that started this company, and one of them has a background. This should be easy.
Wow, really? Oh
Yeah.
my God. But then the, but, so where do you find the courage?
The courage, I think I've always just had it in me. I've been like an entrepreneur in a sense my entire life. I got my first job at the age of 12. I was working in a fish market. I just wanted to make some extra money. And there was a guy that went to my church that owned a fish market. And so I started working at his fish market, learned how to clean fish, cook it, all that good
Wow,
stuff. Was getting paid under the table, started babysitting. And because, like I said, I played sports, so I wasn't able to work the traditional jobs like everybody else did in high
absolutely.
school. I had to like kind of be just a little bit more creative about the jobs that I worked. And so my senior year of high school, I actually started selling candy. So they like removed all the sugar products out of our high school. And so
Wow.
there's a lot of
You saw
kids
the
that
opportunity there, yeah?
yeah. Yep, saw opportunity and I had to take it. So even when I was in college, because I played sports, I wasn't able to work. So I learned how to cut hair. I started a clothing line. I started doing just different things around the way just to make some money. And so I've always had that spirit in me. I've never really saw myself as an employee. And so that's just
Why?
how I've always felt.
Why you never saw yourself as an employee? Are your parents an entrepreneur? There is any friend entrepreneur? Any
I don't know. Every job that I've ever
multi-entrepreneur
had,
in your family that you got inspired?
I don't have any. That's the crazy
You
part
don't
about it.
have?
Yeah,
Wow.
there were no
So
entrepreneurs in
when
my
the
family.
potential from where it came? From a book? From a friend?
I think it's from the things that my mom used to put me in. So my mom, she made sure that I guess because I was kind of gifted in school, and so she didn't want me to be bored. So she was
Mhm.
always putting me in these different programs and these
Different
different
sports and everything. You were very
yeah,
active as a kid, yeah?
yeah, to keep me busy. I went to a leadership institute my freshman year. And it
Wow.
was out in Texas, and I got
Your
to meet a
mom put
lot
you in a
of
leadership institute.
yep. And
Oh, that's amazing. I wish my mom did that with me. It's gonna save me a lot of time.
yeah, I thanked her a lot. She
Oh
really
wow, she
invested a
put you in a
lot.
lead. Oh, okay, brilliant.
Yep. So they sent me out
So,
to Texas. I got to meet these juniors and seniors that had their own nonprofits. They were doing all these amazing things while also still
wow.
having great grades. And I was like, okay, I can definitely do this. Like, this is something that I can do. So my mom just made sure that I had examples to see that, okay, if these are the
Role
things that you want to
models.
do.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
amazing. Yeah, but I think, Jillian,
Mhm.
you see the things and you go, I can actually do this. Do you thought
Yeah.
this through properly? Because to do an app in the last mile and fulfillment, do you knew that your competitors were multi-millionaires? These are giants, elephants that that compete with them is almost impossible. Do you knew this before you make your app?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just
Oh my
someone that
God.
accepts
And
the
I think you
challenge.
went for it?
Yeah, I ain't never
Oh,
scared.
yeah.
Yeah. But I think for me, I think the biggest thing was when I decided on the name and my friends, gave me their suggestions on the name. Well, not suggestions on the name. When I told them the name and they thought it was a really good idea, the first thing I did was trademark the name. And
Very good.
that's something that's super important if you're gonna have an app. Most apps, it's not about the functionality of the app, it's really the name that's the most popular thing about the app.
100% agree with you. It's about
Yeah,
the brand.
so
It's
I
about the
had a great
brand.
name.
Yeah, the good name, good brand. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
same like WhatsApp, there was lots of app doing the same thing. It was that name, the brand that actually stand
Exactly.
out and resonate with the consumer. Yeah, but so how you come out with the brand? Because this is also something that is not easy to do. Where the idea came
Oh
from?
yeah.
Where do you learn about branding? Do you open a book? You have a friend in
So
university?
in college, I was a computer science major, and so on our track for computer science, you could either do a math emphasis or a business emphasis, and it wasn't
Uh-huh.
technically a minor, but I had to take extra business class. I chose the business emphasis side because I wanted to take some business classes that just interest me.
But
I
they
had to
teach you
take
a little bit
accounting
about
one.
branding back then, right?
Yep, accounting one, accounting two. I had to take principles of marketing, and marketing is where I
Wow.
really learned about branding and how important
Wow.
branding was.
Yeah. So what do you think now the running? Because at the end of the day, yeah, it sound and it's important, I think that we always share with the entrepreneur the riches are in the niches, right? And
Yeah,
once you
that's
decide
true.
that your brand is gonna be all the bicycle is gonna be ride by women, is that correct, right? That's how you
Yes,
roll?
yes,
Brilliant. So it's very powerful brand, and then the consumer resonate with that and say, okay, let's use this one because I want to support female. I want to support female entrepreneurship. I want to support female employment. I want to support the girls, right? So
yep.
so how you came with this idea that you're gonna make this product so niche, right? Um, how
Um,
um, you never thought that, oh, you see, this is gonna be this cannot be so huge because I'm taking away 50% of the rider, which are the boys, I
yeah.
taken out of the equation, right? So your market, you already compress your market size in half. I think you
So
that was a good idea.
yeah, I always knew it was a good idea. Why?
Of
Because there
course,
are brands and
of
products
course.
that exist that do
You
not
cannot
market to
serve
women.
everyone anyway. So
Exactly.
better to niche it, right?
Yeah, so from a legal standpoint, we only have women drivers, but we do serve everyone. The way we market and the way that we advertise is we only advertise to women. So I think of it the same way that you have the
Very good.
pad and tampon companies, correct? So you got your sanitary napkin and your tampon companies. Men know they exist, but those companies do not market to men. Men can go and buy those products in the stores, but
Absolutely.
again, no one markets, they don't market to
Absolutely.
men. And so that's the same approach that I took as.
I love it. I love it, Gillian. I love it. I love the idea. I love the approach. I love that it's good for the planet. It's ticking all the boxes. It's
Yes, it is.
eco-friendly. It help the people to be more healthy.
And
Uh,
we pay our drivers more. We pay the drivers 80%. That's
you
the biggest
pay
thing that we
more to
do.
the driver, so your driver make more money. Made compare against Uber or against.
Yeah, it's like they make like 40 or 50% on the other platforms.
Wow, you pay more to the driver. That's brilliant.
Yep.
So then, Gillian, the other question is, how many users do you have at the moment?
We have about 26,000 users on the platform.
Wow, that's a big
Yeah.
number. Huh.
Thank you.
That's a huge number.
Thank you.
26,000 users. When did you start this?
We started it we went live on the App Store in March of 2020. So that was the same year COVID shut down everything. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, so they shut down everything. So I really focused on that year because we didn't give a ride that year. I focused on just building the community, building the brand, and I used social media in order to do that. We actually went viral on Twitter in June of 2020, and we had 7,000 people sign up in one day. And that's why I
Wow.
knew I had something.
Oh, yeah, we need to do more of these viral things, yeah, to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's a huge opportunity for this. We call it here in United Kingdom, we call it last mile, right?
The last mile delivery. Yep.
Last mile delivery, last mile, right? So during COVID, for example, a lot of companies emerged out of this. Yeah, there's one. I don't know if you know. The name is Getty. At some point,
Yeah, I'm familiar with Getty. Yeah.
at some point these people were 7 billion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are in a little bit of trouble now, yeah. But as last time that I heard from them, but they were doing quite well. So last month you knew, Jillian, that there is a market for it, right? So what we need to do is a fair model that works better for everybody, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So then and not only economically, otherwise also about the values of the company, right? The values, the mission, because at the end of the day, if I can see with 26,000 users for a tech company, this is a very high number. You're taking a very high valuation because of this. Yeah. Are you raising funds at the moment?
Yes, we are. So we're trying to raise $800,000 for our pre-seed round. Just really trying to get it.
Pre-seed?
Yep,
You're
we're
gonna
still in
raise now with
pre-seed.
pre-seed, you have 26,000 users?
Yeah, I know it's hard to get. But unbeknownst to everyone, it's not as easy to raise funding. Right now, the United States economy is a little shifty right now. So they're not giving out as much money as they were right before I started this app. I think they just used to throw money at everybody. And now a lot of these VCs, they pretty much have exhausted a lot of their funds, and these companies aren't showing a return. And so they're being a lot more strict on how they give out these funds. They want to see a lot more traction before they give out money now.
Yeah,
And so
Jillian,
I've
you have
kind
a
of
lot of
been,
traction. The people that paying for those rides, right? You have some revenue, right?
yeah, I have people. Yeah, we have revenue. We've been generating revenue. We probably generated the most revenue that we ever had this year. We've done over 250% more in revenue from this time this year than we did last year. So we're growing exponentially.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.